All right, what have we got? Let me see. Um, Dano, are you still in here? Okay, I see you there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go do the Eclipse, but I got to switch over to my phone. So I got to figure out how to get my live stream. How to get my live stream to go. Hang on. I got to log in. Let me log out. All right, let me log in again as a different person because I want to use my phone. How to burn up your phone. Yeah, that's true. But I want to go. I want to watch the eclipse. I'm going to walk down the street to see it, which means that, okay, I got to check my email for a code, which means that I need my phone. I mean, technically, I could just go out to my balcony and look at the eclipse, but I think it's going to be better to view it from down the street. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But in order to do that, I've got a live stream from my phone, and my StreamYard is not set up for that right now. Okay, I got my code. So we're going to see what's going on. I sent some comments. I saw your latest video, Dano. I sent you some comments on that. Ah, there we go. Okay, let me see if this works. No, we're gonna do all of this. This is this is improvisation. Pretty much run it as we go. Let me get my shades. I'll be right back. I have some sunglasses somewhere. I just have to find them. Thanks. I do not see my shades anywhere. So I think that since I can't find my shades, part of this event is going to be me just buying a pair of shades when I go. Let me see. Cut out all the pauses and try to fix the audio. You can hear Baby G say a few things now. Oh, okay, yeah, I could. It was windy and I couldn't really hear what she was saying with the fuzz. Well done, glasses might work. The focus may be way off. Which goes blind first, Gene or the phone? Well, shoot, I have a head start. Okay, let me see if I can go live. Yes. Enter the studio. Okay, is this going to work? Hopefully this does not drop everybody. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Is everybody still? All right. You still there, Dano? Okay, good. So I didn't lose everybody. Um, okay, so I just learned how to switch from my phone to my laptop, or from my laptop to my phone. Now, getting my jacket, and we are going to make our trip to the park to catch this. Hey, I found my shades. Ah, yes, got my shades. Gonna be sporting these bad boys. Hang on, turn the camera off for a second. All right, so I don't have to buy shades now, but I do have to dust them off. Haven't worn these bad boys in a while. So, what do you think? Okay, let me see. Now what do we got? Now I'm blind as that because I don't have my glasses on. I just have the shades. I gotta try to read. Let me see. The Alaskan manager is doing what they're chilling. So I just did that quick because I honestly didn't think that I was gonna maintain my connection. I'll edit it in a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna walk up top floor. Oh, you know what? Hopefully I don't lose you guys because I'm gonna switch from Wi-Fi to roaming. Let's see what happens with that. Let me see. All right, fellas. This is all an experiment because I haven't switched from Wi-Fi to live or Wi-Fi to roaming while live streaming. But we'll see. Let me see. Let me try to read. I don't have my glasses on, so this is gonna be tricky. Bad to the bone. That's right. Bad to the bone. uh, Better remove my comment too. Let me see. T wait. TJIMGL. See you good. Maybe we should. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can change my title. Layout. No, 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 no. Settings. I don't think I can change it at this point. So we are just gonna walk. Here's the plan. So the eclipse should be happening in like 20 minutes. So I figure I can walk over to the park in Hoboken, which is going to have a really clear view. It's where I've gone to see the eclipses before. And if we get a good view, I got to figure out how to stream this. It's going to look crazy trying to stream it since my phone doesn't have any kind of filter for the brightness. We'll work it out. Part of the fun of live streaming is figuring stuff out and trying crazy stuff. So if this works, great. If it doesn't work, we can live with it. Then I had the caps lock on. Now, one of the good things about Hoboken is we're right across the river from Manhattan, which means that you get really good views of Manhattan, Statue of Liberty, just a lot of little fun stuff. So that even if you're just kind of hanging out, waiting on the eclipse, you've got fun things to do. And if I get myself a coffee, that can even add to the ambiance. But we'll see. Here's a quick. Let me see. I'm gonna just splash so everybody can see. That's Hoboken. Normally I'd flip my phone, but in my StreamYard, all my settings don't work the same way they do when I'm just doing a video. So I gotta wing it. Question right now is when I'm gonna get my coffee. I got a little bit of time, so I'm totally getting the coffee before we go over to catch the Eclipse. Could go to Starbucks, but I don't know if I'm feeling Starbucks today. You a Starbucks man, Dano? Or are you just a homebrew? Let me see. A lot of little shops. Right. If you're ever in Hoboken, you want to do a tour of Washington Street. It's the main drag. I'll give you a kind of a feel. It's got all kinds of bars, restaurants, wineries, realtors, book and candle shop, more cafes, and sports bars. Wait, you use StreamYard to do a video? Details, yeah. You can, okay, so, yeah, I can talk to you about this, Dano, because you're a live streamer now. There are a lot of options you have for doing videos. StreamYard is the best option I've found for doing videos. Normally, every time I do my Tuesday broadcast, I do that on StreamYard. And I've used StreamYard on my phone once before when I was doing a look at Manhattan the day before New Year's Eve. So the eve of New Year's Eve, I did a live stream of Manhattan. It's great for that. Use it on my phone, gives me the ability to just walk around. But I don't, this is the first time I switched from my Wi-Fi to roaming, and I wasn't sure how that was going to look. So let me see, we're in the, let me see, I could go to the poorhouse. I think I'm going to go to this place. This is the poorhouse. I've gotten coffee here before, so we will see. So just FYI, I'm running a live stream. I won't put anybody in it who doesn't want to be in it. Got a couple of people here grabbing coffee ahead of me. This is the Totality live stream. So yeah, guys, I'm doing Poorhouse today because I don't feel like going to Starbucks. But let me see, what were you asking, Dano? You never drink coffee. Really? Never get over the bad taste. I'm a Pepsi man when I can afford it. Only $3. Wait, you drink a 2 liter a day? Dude, that's a lot of sugar. Hey, you care about being on camera? Okay, that's cool. Let me do a large hot latte. Okay, sure. I'm not gonna film anybody who doesn't want to be on film. Thank you for asking. Oh no, I wouldn't want to just pop up on somebody's live stream. Yeah. You're okay with milk in that? Yeah, whole milk, fellas. Get the calcium, get the vitamin D. 640. That's the plug for Poorhouse in Hoboken if you're ever in the area. And in the meantime, I'm gonna hang out while I wait on my coffee. Dude, you're drinking 2 liters of soda a day. That's a lot of sugar. For my coffees. But to each his own. Let me see, did I do it live? StreamYard will not allow me to keep my videos. So one thing to think about, Dano, If you do a StreamYard live stream, as soon as you're done with it, you can download it straight to YouTube. So as soon as you hit finish, just go download to YouTube and it'll literally just load it straight there to your live section. They used to have more storage, but I don't know what happened with them because I have noticed I can't store videos on StreamYard anymore. But I do have old ones that I used to store. Say that. So let me see. Down 10. I do. Really? 1 to 2 liters every 2 days. Yeah, that's. You drink water, milk, and Pepsi. That's just too much sugar for me. I'm not a soda person enough. 640 for a cup of coffee. Yikes! Hey man, Hoboken's right outside Manhattan. We got different prices around here. But generally, the quality of stuff in Hoboken is pretty good. So you get what you're paying for. And I haven't really been dissatisfied with most of the places I shop around here. Yeah, man, give StreamYard a try. If you're trying to get a live stream set up from your phone, just let me know. I'll give you the rundown of how to set it up. It's pretty straightforward, but you do have to watch your logins because you might have a different login from your phone than you have from your laptop, and you want to make sure you sync them up. So we are gonna get our coffee, and then we're gonna return to the Totality track. It looks like we're close, very close. So Dano, when are you going to Hong Kong? Remind me of that, because I know it's coming up. Well, actually, is it coming up? I thought you might have experienced some delays in your trip. As everybody knows, my Philippines trip is delayed, so I got to figure out when that's getting rescheduled to. Thanks. Where are your lids? Perfect. Thank you. You too. All right, guys. I got a coffee lid, and we're going to keep going. Bear with me. One latte. Now let's go check out Totality. Okay. So, back on the street in Hoboken. It's a pretty good, well, are they closed? Down permanently? No. Okay. You get like nice little ices in there. They got some cool flavors. Leaving on the 26th. And what day is the wedding? Dano's Junkyard Blog. We have a Champ. Oh, hang on. We have Champ the Wonder Mud, Being a Dog, the 5th. I saw the clip. I saw the headline of that. I didn't look into that one yet. I'll have to take a look at the headline of Champ. But now we are getting close. So it's actually not that far a walk. I'm just not in a rush. So taking a very leisurely pace to get here. However, I'll show you what we're headed to. Take a look. It's not as clear to see right now, but I'm basically going to just walk down this street. And then we're going to be at the waterfront. From the waterfront, it should be a really easy, I almost forgot. From the waterfront, it should be really easy to get a view. But I will make one little stop to show you something. All right, here's this alley that's actually kind of interesting. Okay, now the reason I showed that, if you ever watch the show Cake Boss, they always show, my understanding, and I haven't really seen the show, but if you're watching Cake Boss, they show cakes being rushed out the back into the alley to be delivered to, clients last minute. That's the alley. That's the back of the Cake Boss. There are a couple other shops there, but yeah, Cake Boss is one of the little famous gems of Hoboken, and it can be interesting to see how the line on that place gets crazy in the summer. Because when I first moved to Hoboken, I used to go to Cake Boss. He wasn't, I mean, it's just called Carlo's Bakery, but the TV show is Cake Boss. One day that place just blew up. They just had lines wrapped around the corner. I didn't understand what was going on. I thought they were running a promotion, but they weren't. And now that is one of the more famous bakeries we've seen. One of the more famous locations in Hoboken. However, we are strolling on down the street for the Totality live stream. And I am going to cross. So we can see what's going on. We're getting close, fellas. This is the park. That's where we'll be watching it. And how long is it until Totality? Like 15 minutes? Should be good. Walking by this parking lot. All right. Can kind of take a moment to pause at the Hoboken Park. Okay. Hoboken has a ferry system for going from Hoboken to New York. Depending upon where you're going, the ferry could be faster than taking the path train, which has to go under the river and then kind of cut back in. So for a lot of people, you can take the ferry, get into Manhattan in 10 minutes and be right at your destination, which is pretty darn convenient. But depends on where you're going. Anyway, we're at the Green. So there is a memorial here dedicated to Hoboken Vietnam veterans, or dedicated by the Hoboken Vietnam Veterans Memorial Committee. I should clean this. This is the Green. So get yourself a look. What you see ahead is the Hudson River as you get across the Green. And then past the Hudson River, that's Manhattan. Oh, I got music. So I got to keep walking because I don't want to get copyright. I don't know how that works since I'm not actually putting the music in my video. It just ends up that somebody started playing as I was there. Once we get to the waterfront, we can get some good views of Manhattan. I believe, let me see, where are we? Midtown? I think this is Midtown if I remember. So it's roughly the 40s. Yeah, let me get a little closer. And we'll do the whole thing. I think it'll be interesting. This is the Green. I thought it was going to be more crowded for Totality than it is. helicopter overhead, so audio might be a little messy. No eclipse here yet. Yeah, I think we've got a few minutes. I think the eclipse is due in 10 minutes. So if I've timed this correctly and the estimates were right, we will see the eclipse soon. So let me see what we've got. I don't really need my jacket. It's kind of nice today, but is what it is. All right, so doing this again. So what we're looking at here is the green in Hoboken. There's the port if you want to catch a ferry back and forth. New York waterway system. You're looking at the Hudson River, and then across we're looking at Manhattan. I know that on down is Battery Park because I actually used to take the ferry over there. I had a client I was working with. And then we kind of go around, just do a little pan. This is taking us up to Midtown. Now you can't see, but basically over there, that's basically going to kind of Canal Street. It's just above Soho. Then you got Midtown and going up, take you to basically so they'll take you up into Midtown, the other side of Hoboken. A lot of helicopters passing through. A lot of people live in Hoboken because let me let this helicopter pass. So a lot of people live in Hoboken because it's convenient to go into Manhattan from Hoboken. You can work in Manhattan, have a pretty easy commute in, and not have to pay Manhattan prices for real estate. I mean, it's not that much less expensive, but it is a drop from Manhattan. Although Hoboken's pretty expensive. And just while we've got the time, so we look at the buildings. So when you see the W Hotel over there, that's basically my street. That's where we started this. I'm several blocks up the street from the W Hotel, but that wasn't the most convenient route for walking down here, getting my coffee. It's actually a pretty good latte. I don't know if I'm going to spend $6.40 for another latte because that's high even for Hoboken, but it's not a bad latte, so I'm not going to complain. However, we got a little bit of time here. We got another ferry coming in. And to give some perspective on this side of the river, and you see, well, there's like a white statue of a woman who's, silencing or shushing someone, depends on what you want to call it. That area is actually Jersey City, which people tend to be familiar with. They're less familiar with Hoboken. But what you have here, my town of Hoboken, extending all the way up. The taller building you see in the horizon is the Stevens Institute of Technology. It's actually a pretty good school. It's actually a really good school. I think it's top 50. And way on out, the next town is Weehawken. Hoboken's only about 1 square mile. $6. Yeah, man, $6 for a latte. It is pricey for a latte, but I mean, what would I normally spend? Like 4. So I'm not going to complain about an extra $2. I'm not going there every day. Okay, another helicopter's overhead. We'll get a lot of that here. Yeah, I wouldn't do that every day, but once in a while, no big deal. Now, while we have a moment, Dano, we can talk through your live stream.
So if you are going to live stream your wedding, um, what are you planning to do for that? Are you going to have a dedicated camera or use a phone, or are you actually going to do like a laptop? Because depending upon what you do, um, like a phone is going to be easy. You're kind of seeing what my phone setup looks like. You got to worry about battery. If that wedding is going to last for a few hours, you're going to want to make sure you've got a charging station, which in Hong Kong could be interesting because I don't know, if you're transporting your stuff around, how easy or hard that's going to be. Oh, it looks like somebody's setting up. So somebody's planning on filming this eclipse, I'm assuming. They got a good setup for it. And this could be interesting. I guess it's just going to come on. I wasn't sure if we should expect it to progressively get darker, or this is just going to be one of these real quick, sudden things where we go from bright to dark to bright really quickly. You're using your laptop, civil service. Okay, so you're just going to be in one fixed location. Yeah, if you don't have to move around, then the laptop should be fine. It should actually be easy to do on a laptop. It could be easier than phone because you know where you're set. You know exactly where you're going to film. Um, so it's a civil service in China, but you are going to be, remind me. So you're going to be married under American law. Are you also, well, I don't know how, you're married under American law, and then you're also married under Philippine law? Another helicopter. And what's the plan for, when is Jelani going to be able to come to America? Um, because I know that's the part that you're the most excited about, is actually having her back in the States. Yeah, I have to look into that once you guys are back. I hope you're right. We'll use 3 phones to record it. 2, I don't know or care. The laws reciprocate. Okay. Um, yeah, we'll figure all of that out. But I'm sure that what you're most focused on is not the filming. You're mainly focused on your wedding day, which you should be. Um, and we will continue on. So we're just kind of hanging back while we have a few minutes. Oh, now we're starting to see. Okay, film crews are starting to come in. Second one. So I guess they're timing it to the minute. Technically, we should have this in 4 minutes. Do me a favor, Dano. See what the latest estimate for when totality is going to happen is. Because I had that it was going to happen in basically in 4 minutes. But I don't feel like it's really going to happen in 4 minutes. Once the visa goes through, she comes to the USA. Um, being married, I know, helps to expedite that process. They're trying to break into my live stream right now. We'll remarry in our local Catholic church when she gets to the USA. What do you mean break into the live stream? You want to, let me see. How do I do, what are you trying to go live with me? Probably figure out how to do a link phone. I haven't done it off my phone before. My view will be short, as will ours. We're not in a good spot to see Eclipse. Yes. Okay, let me see if I can figure out. Guess. Invite guests. Um, All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I got a message. If I'm putting a message out here. Comments. How do I post a comment? Let me see. No, I don't want any of that. I want to make a comment. Let me see. Let me figure this out. Post a comment. There we go. All right. Here's the link. So if that works, we can bring you on live, Dano. And we can see what happens. But I still have to figure out how to bring you on, even if you are able to dial in. Okay, so it should have happened. Like, it should be happening now, and it's not. Okay, next helicopter. I've lost count. I think that's probably 5. Okay, you're on StreamYard, but you can't find me. Okay, I don't know if you can find me going through StreamYard. I think you have to go through. You still have to go through YouTube to find me. It's my understanding. If you're on YouTube and you find me, like, I don't think StreamYard simulcast was being shown. I think it's just being shown on YouTube through the StreamYard service. But that's a hypothesis because I've never actually tested that. I know that when I'm running a live stream and I'm on YouTube, I can see it. I've never tried to look at it through StreamYard as a guest, so I don't know if that's possible. If you see it, let me know because that would be interesting to experiment with. And while we're on the topic of experimentation, I have to give it a try. Yeah, I don't blame you. One thing you might want to check out, Dano, is YouTube has a new streaming feature. You can stream from your phone and do a vertical stream. Basically, normally they have horizontal streams, which are designed for the ratios of like a TV screen or your laptop. But the vertical stream is new and it's set up to have the dimensions of your phone. And the vertical stream pops up in the shorts. Now, the bad thing about it is it does not count towards your monetization. If you're on a vertical, it's just a short. So you don't get any counts towards your hours, and you don't really get any counts towards your views because it doesn't treat it that way. But you do get quite an audience. I did an experiment, only ran it for 40 minutes. No setup, no advance notice, no nothing. Uh-oh, here we go. All right, hang on. Okay, so it's happening. It's all right. Starting 1 minute later than I thought. That's actually the estimate's pretty good. Um, so yeah, we've got Totality kicking in. Do it this way. How bad is the glare when I do that? Can you see it, or is it just a big old blotch of light on my screen? If I can do it like this, I will. It's definitely gotten a bit darker and a bit cooler in the last few seconds. Let me see. You'll have to give it a try. Right now, you just want to get it to work. Yeah, we'll talk through StreamYard. Tuesday's live is gonna be it's gonna be back to the men's show for an episode. So yeah, we can totally work through all of that. So it's a splotch. Okay, so that's not good. Well, as it gets a little darker, which it keeps doing, I'll just keep experimenting with what I can get on my screen. But yeah, we can experiment with StreamYard, and we can see. Yeah, I can tell it's really bright. So we'll mess around with it a bit here and there. But yeah, so Tuesday's live stream is going to be the live show. Tuesday's the divorce topic, so we can get into that some more. There's a guy who I was talking to. He had, okay, hang on. We got a helicopter coming in. What is this, number 6? Helicopter count. I think we're up to 6. So I invited a guy to show up for the show. He made a post about kind of where he is in his life and him not having the wife, the kids, the stuff he wants, struggling in the West, and gave him the standard pitch. You need to go to the Philippines. Hopefully he joins the live stream Tuesday. We can talk to him. I think that he would love to talk to you, Dano, because you're sitting there with a fiance and you can relay to him what your experiences were like so that he can kind of understand what his life is like today, what his life could be like in, I don't know, 3 months. And the time when you were going from that first woman, what was it, Leah, to Jelani, wasn't that long. So if we can share with them stories, then I think that'll help. Okay, let's take another look at Totality here. It's getting a little darker. I know that it's kind of a blotch, so we're just going to work with it. We will periodically dip in by the time we get to the point where we're actually dealing with the Eclipse. What was that? Oh, Dano, you joined up. Add to the stage. The Eclipse. All right. What was that? How you doing? Oh, nice hat, Dano. Yeah, I like that. How you doing, man? Oh, nice hat, Dano.
I need a haircut.
Yeah, I like that. How you doing, man?
Hanging in there. I got you on the laptop, so now we can walk around and see what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I gotta watch out for the dog. He tricks me all the time.
Double check your volume. I'm getting feedback, so you might have me playing on 2 different screens at the same time. It should be good.
I'm out of the room. We shouldn't hear anything.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's clear. Sounds great. So, who's at the house, and what's your view of Totality like? Can you see anything?
I'm looking for my sunglasses. Here they are.
Okay.
I'm going out on the deck right now. Nope.
So Dano's Junkyard Dog, aka Steve's in Michigan, which means we're going to have simulcasts of New Jersey and Michigan for Totality. You know, he's getting set up, and I'm drinking my $6 latte. So I think this will be good. Although now it feels like it's starting to get brighter. I hope that wasn't it. Was that it? Okay, wait. New Jersey. It's getting brighter. It's not getting darker. It looks like that. So, Steve, I think that
We
was it,
watched it.
man.
Out on the deck.
I think that was Totality
I'll try the backyard.
in its totality. I
Did
like
you
the
see
shades,
when
man.
I
You got a Blues
shined
Brothers
at
feel
the
going.
sun? Yeah. Going out
Yeah.
again.
That's it. That was Totality. That was it in its totality.
Huh.
All right, I thought I'd get more of an Eclipse than that.
I'm hearing two of you.
But I mean, okay.
Come on, dog.
I can say I came, I saw, I conquered.
Always. That's them Chicago roots showing.
That's it. That was Totality. That was in its totality. Okay. I had a bad connection. Now I'm roaming, so I don't know what's going on. All right. I think that was it.
Run that out to my truck. Oh, glasses away.
So that was
I
it.
gotta go in here and try to turn. No, I got no speakers.
Hustle it on back. What's the official time for Totality, Dano? Can you see?
You're like bouncing all over with your video. You're asking me. I'm hearing the questions you asked me 5 minutes ago.
I'm roaming, so I don't know what's going on. Am I still there? Hopefully I'm not losing my signal again. Let me see. Getting nervous. Had a bad signal. So that was it. Hustle it on back. All right, tell me if you can't hear me now. Can you see?
You're like bouncing all over with your video. You're asking
Okay.
me. I'm hearing the questions you asked
I guess my signal is starting to die out. But we got a quick look. So, Totality 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. Getting nervous. Got a bad signal.